walk through our empty room. The light barely touched the floor. Your laughter hides in corners, but I can't hear it anymore. The walls remember your whisper, but I can't hold you near. Every shadow that moves quietly feels like you're disappearing here. I reach for every memory, but it slips through my hands. The echoes of what we were are buried in these lands. Shadows took your name and left me alone. I'm calling into darkness, but there's no one home. Shadows took your name and the night holds you tight. I search for your presence, but you're gone from my sight. I trace the shapes of your absence in the corners where you'd stay. The moon casts a hollow light that never shows your face. I thought love would protect us from the creeping quiet night, but shadows don't need permission to steal what feels like light. I whisper into the darkness, hoping you might hear, but shadows only answer with the silence I fear. Shadows took your name and carried it away. I'm left with empty echoes of the words we couldn't say. Shadows took your name and I can't reclaim every trace of your heartbeat is gone, but I remain. If shadows have a memory, they'll keep you where I can't. A ghost of what we were, forever lost in a chant. Shadows took your name, and I'm chasing what's gone. Love is just a whisper that lingers in the dawn. Shadows took your name, and I'm learning to live with a heart that remembers everything shadows choose to give. Shadows took your name, and I'm still calling. I woke to silence. The room smelled like your goodbye. Every memory hit me harder than the night could hide. I tried to hold the pieces of a heart you let break, but your absence came in waves, and every wave left a stake. I thought tears would soften the weight of They fell like stones, and nothing I did could undo. Tears fell like stones, crashing down on my chest. Every drop a memory of a love that couldn't rest. Tears fell like stones, and I couldn't escape the pain. Every time I tried to move on, they came flooding again. I see a shadow in the street, hear you laugh in the rain. Every familiar place I go reminds me of your name. I try to forget you slowly, pretend I could breathe again, but every step I take brings me back to when I thought grief would whisper and let me find my way. But tears fell like stones and left me in the gray. Tears fell like stones, heavy as the night, each one a reminder of everything we lost to fight. Tears fell like stones, and I can't make them cease. A river turned away where once there was peace. If love could heal softly, it wouldn't crush like this. But some heartbreaks arrive with fists you can't dismiss. Tears fell like stones, and I'm still under their rain. Every drop a scar, every drop a stain. Tears fell like stones, and I'm learning to stand with pieces of a heart that can't hold your hand. Tears fell like stones, and I'm still carrying them. Tears fell like stones. I stayed in the doorway, hoping you'd come back to me. Watch the shadows grow longer where your love used to be. I kept every small promise that you never asked to keep. Waited for words that never came while you drifted into sleep. I held on to hope, but hope doesn't always stay. Sometimes waiting too long means love slips away. I waited too long and you were gone. The song we tried to sing faded before the dawn. I waited too long, and now I see love doesn't wait forever. It leaves quietly. I counted every heartbeat, hoped you'd feel me there, but distance grew like wildfire and left nothing but air. I could have spoken sooner, I could have let you know, but I stayed silent, afraid while love turned into woe. I thought patience was enough, but patience can betray, and by the time I acted, you were already away. I waited too long, and the light went cold. The story we were writing was never fully told. I waited too long, and I can't rewind. The love I held tightly is only left behind. If I could go back, I'd tell you what I feel, but waiting too long made the hurt too real. I waited too long, and the chance slipped away. I'll remember the silence long after today. I waited too long, and the love we had is gone in the echoes of a heart gone mad. I waited too long, and now it's just me. The sky opened slowly, like it knew what was coming. Your footsteps faded in puddles, and the clouds began drumming. Your eyes didn't need to speak, the silence said it all. I reached for you in vain as the rain began to fall. Every drop felt like sorrow, every gust whispered your name. And I knew in that moment nothing would ever be the same. Goodbye came with rain, cold and heavy on my skin. It washed away our laughter, but left the ache within. Goodbye came with rain, and I couldn't hold you near. Every storm is a memory of the love that disappeared. The streets remember your shadow, even though you're far away. I chase reflections in the puddles that vanish with the day. I thought love could survive even when hearts are torn, but rain doesn't care for promises, and love doesn't mend the worn. The sky cried along with me, a mirror of my pain. Goodbye came quietly, softly, and I was left with rain. Goodbye came with rain, and it soaked me to the bone. Every drop a reminder rainbows could come and sunshine, maybe hearts could mend. But rain carries the weight of everything love couldn't defend. Goodbye came with rain, and it fell for us both. Every drop a confession, every storm a lost oath. Goodbye came with rain, and I'm learning to remain with the memory of you and the ache in the rain. Goodbye came with rain, and I'm still standing in. Room is quiet, but not empty. Your shadow lingers in the air. I reach across the cold sheets, but find nothing, and nothing's there. Every sound reminds me of you. Even silence is too loud. I count the moments without your touch, and every heartbeat wears a shroud. I try to fill the space with memories and pretend, but nothing replaces the warmth that you would always lend. Heartbeats echo your absence, every pulse calls your name. I'm living in the silence where nothing feels the same. Heartbeats echo your absence like a drum in the night, reminding me you're gone, and I can't make it right. I walk through our empty home, hearing laughter that isn't here. Your favorite songs play softly, but they only bring the tears. I thought love would protect me from the emptiness you'd leave, but absence knows every corner, and my heart learns to grieve. I whisper into the darkness, hoping you might hear, but only my own heartbeat repeats your name too clear. Heartbeats echo your absence, every breath feels too long. I'm tracing shadows of you in every silent song. Heartbeats echo your absence, and the ache won't subside. I'm haunted by your leaving and the love that died. If absence had a voice, it would speak only of you, and every heartbeat answers back with the pain I can't undo. Heartbeats echo your absence, every moment, every sigh. I carry you in the quiet, though you're no longer by my side. Heartbeats echo your absence, and I'm learning to survive with a love that remains, even though you're not alive. Heartbeats echo your absence, and I'm still listening. We used to talk for hours, every laugh, every fear. But slowly words turned to whispers, and then nothing I could hear. I waited for you to speak, hoping love could find a way. But silence grew between us, and slowly it stayed. Every glance became distant, every touch felt small. We let the quiet linger until it swallowed it all. Silence killed our love, no shouting, no fight, just empty rooms and broken hearts fading in the night. Silence killed our love, and we didn't even see the quiet was stronger than what we used to be. I reached for you in vain, every word died before it came. We built walls out of nothing, and love couldn't survive the blame. The spaces grew between us, the moments we left unspoken, and the silence didn't care. It left nothing unbroken. We tried to hold on, but the quiet had won. Every hope was muted, every battle left undone. Silence killed our love, no voices, no tears, just the echo of everything we carried through the years. Silence killed our love, and we couldn't fight it back. A love we thought eternal was swallowed by the black. If words could have saved us, maybe we'd still be whole. But silence doesn't forgive, it only consumes the soul. Silence killed our love, and I'm left with the pain. Every quiet, empty moment reminds me of the rain. Silence killed our love, and we're learning too late that love needs to be spoken, or it meets this fate. Silence killed our love, and the quiet remains. The night falls like a memory, and I see you in the dark. Every shadow holds your shape, every silence carries your mark. The stars don't shine the same since you walked away from here. The moonlight keeps your smile, but your voice I no longer hear. I reach for you in dreams, but the night won't let me stay. Your absence paints the darkness in the colors of yesterday. Nights remember your face, even when I try to forget. Every corner, every shadow holds a a piece of regret. Nights remember your face and they whisper your name. Every moment I'm alone feels like I'm playing your game. The wind carries your laughter through the empty streets I roam. Every familiar sound reminds me I'm walking here alone. I thought time could heal the ache, but nights remember what's lost. Your image lingers softly, a ghost I can't exhaust. I close my eyes in vain, hoping the dark will change. But nights replay your memory, and nothing will feel the same. Nights remember your face, even when the day arrives. The light can't chase away what still lives in the night. Nights remember your face, and they won't let me sleep. Every breath, every heartbeat carries the love I keep. If only nights could forget, maybe I could too. But memory holds stronger than the morning dew. Nights remember your face, and I'm trapped in the past. Every dream, every shadow reminds me love doesn't last. Nights remember your face, and I'm learning to live with the ghost of you and the pain you give. Nights remember your face, and I remember too well. We lit a fire we couldn't control, flames dancing in our hands. Every word we spoke left a mark we didn't plan. The heat was beautiful and cruel. It seared through every part. We knew it could destroy us, but we stayed heart to heart. We held on through the ashes, through the smoke and pain. Every kiss was a warning, every touch a stain. Love burned, we stayed, even when it hurt too much. We clung to the fire, even when it left no touch. Love burned, we stayed, and we couldn't look away, even knowing destruction was the price we'd pay. The nights were filled with passion, and mornings full of scars. We danced on fragile edges, counting our broken stars. I tried to walk away, but my heart wouldn't let me go. We fed the flames together and learned the pain we know. We held on through the fire, even when the smoke was thick. Every heartbeat was a warning, but we refused to be gentle, we wouldn't have survived. But fire doesn't ask permission, it just leaves you alive. Love burned, we stayed, and we're learning from the pain. Every scar is a memory of the fire we couldn't tame. Love burned, we stayed, even when it went too far. A love that left ashes, but still lives in our hearts. Love burned, we stayed, and the flames still whisper our name. The door clicked and the world went silent. Your shadow disappeared in the night. No goodbye, no sign, no reason, just the absence where you used to lie. I searched the spaces you left empty, traced the echoes of your steps. Every corner, every whisper reminds me of what's left. I thought we were safe, I thought love would stay, but you vanished quietly and took the light away. You left without warning, and my heart still bleeds. Every memory cuts deeper, every thought repeats your leave. You left without warning, and I'm learning to survive with the ghost of your love and a wound that's still alive. I try to replay the moments, looking for a sign I missed. Every smile, every touch, every time our hands kissed, but nothing could have prepared me for the silence that you gave. You walked out of forever and left me here to brave. I thought love could protect us, I thought you'd stay, but absence came suddenly and it won't fade away. You left without warning, and the nights are too long. Every song is a memory, every word is a wrong. You left without warning, and the pain remains true. Every heartbeat reminds me of a love I lost to you. If leaving had a reason, maybe I could forgive, but sudden doesn't offer closure, it just teaches how to live. You left without warning, and I'm learning to stand, even with the empty spaces where we held each other's hands. You left without warning, and the love that remains lies quietly in the silence and the echo of your name. and I'm still learning to breathe. Through empty rooms where your laughter used to live. Every shadow holds your name, and every wall refuses to forgive. I touch the things you left behind, trying to feel you once more. But every memory I chase opens a wound I can't ignore. I thought time would heal, I thought I could sleep, but memories cut too deep and they never let me keep. Memories cut too deep and I'm drowning in the past. Every smile, every word haunts me like it's meant to last. Memories cut too deep and I can't look away. They remind me what I lost and why you couldn't stay. I hear your voice in silence, see your face in every dream. Every fleeting thought of you feels sharper than it seems. I try to let go, pretend that I was free, but memories don't fade softly, they stay and carve in me. I wish I could forget, but forgetting feels like betrayal. So I live with the scars and the echo of your trail. Memories cut too deep and they bleed without a sound. Every touch, every glance pulls me further down. Memories cut too deep and I'm learning to survive with pieces of a heart that still remember being alive. If love could erase itself, maybe I'd have peace. But memories don't give mercy, they only seek release. Memories cut too deep and I'm still carrying you. Every shadow, every night reminds me what I knew. Memories cut too deep and I can't undo the love that left its mark and the pain that grew. Memories cut too deep and I'm still feeling it. I reach for you in the morning, but the space is cold and bare. Your laughter lingers like a whisper, then fades into empty air. The walls still hold your shadow, but it's only half of you. I trace the ghost of your presence, and nothing I touch feels true. I thought love would stay, smoke between my fingers, like a dream I once knew, faded into empty air, gone before I could hold. Every word, every touch turned quiet, turned cold, faded into empty air, and I left behind with echoes of a love that's vanished from my mind. I hear your name in silence, see your face in every dream, but when I reach for you, nothing is ever what it seems. I try to keep the pieces, but they fell like sand. Love can't survive in nothing, and I can't make it stand. I thought time could heal, but time can't bring you back. You faded into nothing and left me on this track, faded into empty air, and the world feels too still. Every heartbeat reminds me of a love I can't fulfill, faded into empty air, like a shadow of the past. I'm learning to survive while holding nothing that lasts. If leaving could be gentle, maybe I'd let you go, but fading leaves a mark even when no one knows. Faded into empty air, and I'm chasing the remains of a love that was ours, but now only pain remains. Faded into empty air, and I'm learning to breathe with the ghost of you and the silence you leave. Faded into empty air, and I'm still calling your name. I watch the little things fade, the laughter, the spark in your eye, every word left unspoken, every truth wrapped in lies. We held on to the fragments of a love that slipped away. Every touch became distant, and night swallowed our days. I didn't notice at first how the cracks were growing wide. I thought love would hold us, but I lost us inside. I lost us slowly, like the tide steals the sand. Every moment we let pass slip right through my hands. I lost us slowly, and I can't turn back time. Every memory now haunts me, every silence feels like a crime. I try to mend the pieces, pretend everything was still right, but love trace the spaces between us. Every pause, every glance, every almost, every maybe, every chance. We didn't take a chance. I thought patience would save us, but patience wasn't enough. And every day we waited, pushed our hearts further from love. I lost us slowly, like leaves falling from trees. Every step we didn't take blew away with the breeze. I lost us slowly, and now I stand alone, holding fragments of a love that no longer feels like home. If I could go back, I'd speak before it was too late, but I let time slip quietly and sealed our fate. I lost us slowly, and the ache still remains. Every memory whispers softly, like the echo of chains. I lost us slowly, and now I'm learning to grieve for a love that left me and a heart that won't leave. I lost us slowly, and I'll remember how. We used to shine together, bright like the morning sun. But slowly the light faded and left us undone. The walls are filled with echoes of words we never said. Our love became a shadow where only ghosts now tread. I reach for you in darkness, but darkness reaches back. Every memory feels heavier, and every path is black. Alone in our shadows, where love used to live. Every heartbeat remembers everything we couldn't give. Alone in our shadows, we lost what we knew. I'm trapped in the silence and haunted by you. I walk through our empty spaces, searching for a trace of laughter, of touch, of a familiar face. But the light won't return, and the warmth is gone. We built our love in shadows, and now I walk alone. The night remembers our secrets, even when I try to flee. Every shadow whispers softly everything you meant to me. Alone in our shadows, where love used to stay. Every dream that we cherished faded into gray. Alone in our shadows, and I can't find the way to bring back the brightness that left us that day. If love could survive the dark, maybe we'd still be whole. But shadows keep their secrets, and silence claims the soul. Alone in our shadows, and I'm learning to grieve for shadows, and I'm still calling your name. I used to see forever in the curve of your smile. Every plan, every promise, every dream felt worthwhile. But the world shifted quietly, and you slipped through my hands. The colors faded slowly, leaving nothing but empty lands. I thought love could carry us through anything, through the pain. But sometimes hearts can't follow, and dreams are lost in the rain. Dreams died with you, and I'm left in the dark. Every hope, every whisper carved a scar on my heart. Dreams died with you, and nothing feels the same. I'm holding on to shadows of a love I can't reclaim. I walk through hollow mornings, haunted by what could have been. The laughter we imagined, the life we'd never win. I try to reach for the future, but it dissolves into the past. Every memory of you shows how nothing lasts. I thought we could survive anything looked through our way, but dreams died silently the moment you slipped away. Dreams died with you, and the nights feel too long. Every song, every shadow reminds me of where we went wrong. Dreams died with you, and I'm learning to grieve for a love that vanished and a life we can't retrieve. If love could rewrite itself, maybe we'd still be alive. But dreams follow hearts that remain, and ours couldn't survive. Dreams died with you, and the echoes still remain. Every heartbeat, every silence holds a piece of the pain. Dreams died with you, and I'll carry it through a love that ended too soon, a world that lost you. Dreams died with you. And I'm still learning to breathe. I see you in the corners where the light barely reaches. Every shadow, every silence whispers things I can't teach us. Your laughter floats through the hallways, your smile hides in the air. Even though you're gone from me, it feels like you're still there. I try to move forward, I try to let go, but your ghost still lingers, and it won't leave me alone. Your ghost still lingers in every word I speak. touch the things you left behind, hoping they'll bring you near. But every memory reminds me that absence is what I hear. The world moves quietly around me, but I stay trapped in the past. Every heartbeat, every echo tells me nothing truly lasts. I thought time would heal, I thought I'd forget, but your ghost still lingers and haunts me with regret. Your ghost still lingers in every song I play, in the spaces we loved, where I wish you could stay. Your ghost still lingers and it whispers your name, a love that never leaves, even after the flame. If ghosts could be gentle, maybe I'd find some peace. But some love keeps lingering and refuses release. Your ghost still lingers and I carry it with me, in every thought, every tear, and every memory I see. Your ghost still lingers and I'll never let it go, a love that haunts me in ways only I know. Your ghost still lingers and I'm still calling your name. I walk through empty rooms where laughter used to stay. The walls echo softly, but nothing remains of yesterday. Your voice is just a shadow, a memory I can't embrace. I reach for what we had, but only emptiness takes its place. I thought love would heal me, I thought time would mend, but all that's left inside is a heart I can't defend. Nothing left but pain, every memory cuts too deep, every dream we held falls into shadows I keep. Nothing left but pain, and I can't make it right. I'm trapped in the silence of a love lost tonight. I try to fill the void with hope, with fleeting smiles, but happiness slips through my fingers like water through broken tiles. The world moves on around me, but I'm frozen in this place. Every echo of your leaving leaves another scar I can't erase. I thought I'd survive, I thought I'd move on, but pain doesn't let go even after you're gone. Nothing left but pain, every nothing left but pain and the echo of your hand. Every memory, every kiss burns where we used to stand. Nothing left but pain, and I'm learning to survive, holding pieces of a heart that keeps your love alive. Nothing left but pain, and I'm still carrying it. I stood by the doorway, hoping you'd say the words, the ones I needed to hear. But silence spoke louder than verbs. I counted every heartbeat, every step you didn't take, waiting for the moment my heart could finally break. I thought I'd see the end, thought I'd hear you say, but goodbye never came, it just slipped away. I waited for goodbye, but it never came. Every day I held on, only added to the pain. I waited for goodbye, and the world went still. Every shadow of you reminds me I'm left to feel. I watched the clock tick slowly as hope faded in my hands. Every second a reminder, love sometimes doesn't withstand. I try to read the signs, every glance, every look, but I stayed in the silence, and the pages stayed unhooked. I thought time would give me the courage I needed to leave, but I waited for goodbye, and it never relieved. I waited for goodbye, and the night swallowed my pain. Every whisper of your presence only echoes again and again. I waited for goodbye, and the hours grew long, a song left unfinished, a heart that can't be strong. If only you had said it, maybe I could move on. But waiting in the shadows kept the pain so strong. I waited for goodbye, and I'm still standing here, holding on to memories of a love that disappeared. I waited for goodbye, and the silence taught me how to grieve without closure and live with the now. I waited for goodbye, and I'm still waiting somehow. We used to laugh like forever, held hands beneath the sun. Every promise felt endless, every moment we were one. But days slipped through our fingers, like sand too fine to hold. And every dream we whispered turned into memories grown cold. I thought love could withstand the hours, the years, the rain, but time moves quietly and leaves only its pain. Time stole our hearts and left us here alone. Every kiss, every touch now echoes like a stone. Time stole our hearts and the moment slipped away. We loved too slowly and it faded to gray. I see your shadow in the morning, hear your voice in the breeze, but every second reminds me that love doesn't always cease. We tried to hold together through storms we couldn't foresee, but even the strongest love can't outrun what's meant to be. I thought we had forever, thought nothing could depart, but time is a thief that steals more than hearts. Time stole our hearts and I'm learning to grieve every memory, every laugh, every hand we used to weave. Time stole our hearts and it whispers your name. A love that once was ours, now lost to the flame. If love could be time, maybe we'd still be whole, but hours don't wait and they empty the soul. Time stole our hearts and I'm left with the pain. Every shadow of you, every tear, every rain. Time stole our hearts and I'll carry it through. A love that slipped quietly out of me and you. Time stole our heart and the ache still remains. I held the door open for forever, but you slipped right through my hands. Every word I wanted to say fell silent where our loved ones began. I traced the spaces where you lingered, hoping you'd turn and forgot to stay again. I thought we were endless, thought love could always stay, but absence grew between us, and you just walked away. You forgot to stay, and the nights feel too long. Every shadow of you plays like an unfinished song. You forgot to stay, and my heart still aches. Every promise we whispered, every risk we couldn't take. I see your smile in the distance, I hear your voice in my dreams. But when I reach for you, nothing is ever what it seems. I counted the moments we could have had, every almost, every maybe, but you left without reason, and I'm learning to be empty lately. I thought we were forever, but forever couldn't hold. And every time I reach for you, I'm met with a cold. You forgot to stay, and the silence is loud. Every memory reminds me of the love that bowed. You forgot to stay, and I'm learning to grieve for a heart that loved you and a soul you couldn't relieve. If staying was simple, maybe we'd still be whole. But some love drifts quietly and leaves a mark on the soul. You forgot to stay, and the ache lingers still. Every thought, every breath is a shadow of your will. You forgot to stay, and I'm learning to move with the ghost of you and the love I can't prove. You forgot to stay, and I'm still standing here. We held on through the storm, tried to keep the fire alive, but every word we whispered couldn't make the love survive. I gave you all I had, every heartbeat, every chance, but love alone couldn't save us from the fall, from the dance. I thought love could conquer everything that came my way, but even the strongest hearts can always make love stay. Love was never enough to keep us from the end. Every touch, every promise couldn't make the pieces mend. Love was never enough, and we fell apart in the night, holding on too tightly to a dream that wasn't right. I see your face in the silence, hear your voice would fix everything, maybe we'd still be whole. But some hearts break slowly, even with a love that's bold. Love was never enough, and the silence tells the truth. Every moment we cherished couldn't restore our youth. Love was never enough, and I carry with me a love that tried its hardest, but it still set us free. Love was never enough, and it left a mark.